Welcome back, RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one is in Okanagan County, Washington. There's Okanagan Valley just north of here in Canada that's really popular too. This picture in the background sets the mood. It's not a real picture, but we're on a hill overlooking the lake in this property. So it's let's jump into the website. I'll show you some real pictures of the area. So we're on the website. We're asking $67,000 for this property. Check out the size of this sucker. This is 81.5 acres. This is a big one. I just got off the phone with a lady asking about a 40-acre one that I put up for sale yesterday. And she's like looking for bigger acreage ones. And I said, okay, this is the cheapest bigger acreage one we have on the website. So I was pointing this one out to her. I don't think she liked it, but I thought somebody else would. I was looking at this thing, I was selling myself on it, talking about it to her, right? So Okanagan County, Washington, I'm like, I got to make a video. This thing is 81 acres. I went to look at a property this weekend or a couple days ago or whenever it was. It's like 90 acres. And that is a lot of land. I was trying to walk around the thing. I was trying to figure out where multiple houses could go. There was all kinds of options. The one I was thinking about is in San Diego. I was going to cut it up and sell the pieces. But this one's in Washington. There's pine trees on it. There's little roads that come up this hill. It's definitely in the hills. See how the roads are doing windy things going through here. But I'm sure with this much land, you're going to find a place that's awesome to put a home. That's awesome to have your horses. That's where you want to put the barn for your toys. And over here is where the garden goes and all that kind of stuff, right? Because it's just such a big piece of property. You're going to find places for that. And if you have family and stuff that want to come stay, you're going to have room for them too, in the guest cottage or the cabin out back in yonder style, right? And so let's keep looking at this. This is overlooking the valley. It's in the hills overlooking the valley. And the picture should go, if you could see in the corner there's a nice big lake. And I'm going to get to that lake. Oh, yeah, there we go. So there's the lake. There's the Okanagan Lake. And I think that part up there is Canada, but we're on the Washington side. So you could get in the water, take your boat to Canada if you really wanted to. And or the Canadians could come through, and I don't know the rules and regulations about that, but if I was going to try to sneak across the border with all this stupid face mask stuff going on, this looks like a good place to do it. You could just take your canoe or kayak and cruise through there in the middle of the night. No one's going to notice, right? So here's the property. There's mountains in the background. You get some nice mountain backdrop, and it's in the foothills of the valley overlooking the lake. Different angles. There's the lake. This is the American side of the lake. Okay. What I really want to know is what kind of fish are in that lake, guys. If you've ever gone fishing in this lake, Orville or Lake Okanagan or Okanagan or however you say it, please put in the comments what you caught or what you've seen people catch. We should just build up pictures because if anyone catches fish in there, they're going to take pictures of them, right? So here's a map. There's the property. There's the lake. That's a big lake. That's a big property. That's 80-something acres. That's not the little tiny ones I'm usually telling you about. This is 80-something acres, 81.5 acres. So we're offering financing. So this one, I skipped the name. This is Aaron English. Aaron English has this property. His name and phone number's up here, 971-225-7024. You probably get his wife, Liz. She usually answers the phone. Really nice. You might get Aaron, too. He's nice as well. You know what I mean? She's easy to talk to. So finance price, $10,000 down, $1,000 a month for 87 months. You could put it on a credit card and then just start making payments from there. This is a lot cheaper than buying all kinds of deals out there. $10,000 down, and it's better than buying a jet ski or a snowmobile. You get 80-something acres, right? $10,000 down, $1,000 a month for 87 months, $97,000 if you do the financing. If you pay the cash price, $67,000. Like you could go to, where could you go? SunTrust Bank has, why can't I think of it? They've got a lending arm that would do financing, $67,000 if you filled out their paperwork. If you called me, I could tell you the bank's name. But if you look up SunTrust Bank, they loan on all kinds of stuff. They would finance this. You could get personal loans, and different credit unions would finance this. Banner Bank, this is in Washington. Banner Bank would probably finance this with 25% down, and you wouldn't have to go for the 97 grand if you did different financing. So there's different options of financing this if you wanted. If you get me on the phone, I can go through different options. I don't have the camera in my face. I can think more about the names. There's GPS coordinates. You can click on that to get driving directions to the property. There's like the power company and different information. Taxes are like $700 a year because this is a monster sized property, right? Here's the legal description of it. The elevation's like 1,400 foot. Zoning's in Okanagan County planning, and their phone number there too. So you can ask them what kind of stuff you can use the property for. If you look at that map, yeah, Canada's right there. I mean, there's the Canadian border. We're right up along the Canadian border, but on the American side. Okay, so I wanted to pull up the fishing, right? So I pulled up Okanagan Lake, and I think this is all on the Canadian side pictures. But, I mean, it's a beautiful lake. It's awesome colors. This reminds me of the Great Lakes that I grew up on. You know, these kinds of colors, looking at the freshwater, sweet-looking lake. Or that lake in... it looks like the same colors as the lake in Yellowstone. And here's Okanagan Valley. Somebody built a beach. I don't think these beaches are real. These are like, man-made beaches. I might be wrong, though. Some people doing water activities. You can see there's, on the Canadian side, there's some condos and stuff. They like to live on top of each other. So here's pictures of the Canadian side, the Canadian Encyclopedia. So here's the Canadian side, and then as you go down the lake, you get to the American side. And the American side, it's like houses, and the Canadian side, it's like super built up, and they're going for it. They all love to live next to the border. Houseboat sinking on Okanagan Lake. Where's the fishing? Here's some fish. Okay. Yeah, look at that guy. Is that a brown trout? I think that's a brown trout. That is a big one. It's not a lake trout, is it? BC fishing. That looks like a beautiful trout. Imagine catching one of those, bringing it home to your own property for dinner. Here's some fishing. Okay, related in, I'm not sure. This is Kelowna. Yeah, this is all the same lake. So they're catching brown trout and, there's smallmouth bass. He's got a smallmouth bass and brown trout and maybe rainbow trout. Rainbow trout, brown trout, and smallmouth bass. So that seems to be like what the prize catches of this one are. I would love to catch all those fish. I grew up in the northern part of Lake Michigan catching those fish off of Lake Michigan. So it reminds me of home. Those are the same kinds of fish. I know those fish. So there's the laydown. 81.5 acres, $10,000 down, $1,000 a month for 87 months, or $67,000 cash. You're probably better off doing the cash and financing it elsewhere. But either way, the option's there if you want to finance it through Aaron. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you love this property. See you in the next one.